Hey everyone, happy Saturday. Deb Bascourse here, beauty guide with Limelight by Alcone. Sorry, I'm just getting hung up on the Facebook Live thing. Tells me when I'm live, tells me when it's creating an audience, and then I get distracted. But I don't have my glasses on and I don't have my contacts in, so I won't be able to see anything that's happening down there. So hopefully I won't get too distracted. Anyway, just coming on really quickly here to share a foundation tip with our foundation, Limelight by Alcone's Botanical Foundation. It's just a little bit different formula, and so I wanted to just share some different ways to apply it so that way by the time that you actually get some, you'll kind of know some different ways to try it. Because the pigmentation is so high that you need very little. So the first few times that you put it on, you may be like, this is a really heavy application, and you may not like it. So some of these tips will help you along the way with that when you decide to try it yourself. So first of all, I have prepped my face. Moisturizer, especially with mature skin, is extremely important. Yes, enough said there. We have some fabulous serums, and I will go into those on another date. We're just going to try and keep this video short and sweet. Feel free to come back and watch the replay, because I know that some of you are just popping in and then you're popping out. But please feel free to say hello when you do come on. So, and then I will read comments afterwards, and then I can answer any questions that you might have. So, first thing that I'm going to do right now, I do use two different colors still. They are going to come out with some additional colors. Right now, everything is just a little out of control and booming, so I don't know when those additional colors will come out. So my skin tone is a little bit hard to match. My neck is very light, and then I have a little bit of yellowing through my skin everywhere. And hold on, I'm just going to have to get some water. Be right back. Hey, sorry about that. Okay, that's another bad thing about when you go live. You can't just like shut it off and then turn. I mean, I guess I could. Okay, enough of that silliness. Anyway, so prepping the skin is extremely important with this foundation. I have noticed that with oilier skin or younger skin, you kind of can get away with not having to do all the moisturizers and the serums. But as you mature and, you know, my skin is very, very dry, so hydrating it is extremely, extremely important for me. Okay, so first I'm just going to start out with my lighter color, and I'm just going to pop it on just like I normally would. And I just kind of put it in the spots where some people would highlight, but I just do that as my foundation. And I just kind of scooped in my foundation. This one is the lightest color that we have. I know it looks ridiculous, forgive me. And then we have, you know, we have pink tones, we have more yellow tones, we have a more peachy tone. And sometimes you just don't know until you just try some different colors. And the best way to do that is just to try it. And I do have enough colors. I have some of the lighter colors. And we're just gonna pop that on the face, guys. Making it really easy here. And anyway, I have like all of the light colors, but we could at least find out what shade you are, if you're more like a yellow tone or a pink tone. And I'm just gonna be real lazy, you know. I'm just gonna slap it everywhere. And the lighting down here isn't that great, but it's quiet down here, and hopefully nobody will come down here and disturb me. As I have family members that like to do that. Oh, what are you doing? Come check on me. But anyways, So even if you need a darker color, we can at least figure out if what your undertone is. And then we'll know, I mean, all the foundations are on back order right now, but they will be coming. They are amping up their production, and the next round will be off of back order, anticipating like April the 9th. So we have time to kind of get all of your colors figured out. I can give you some samples to try before that time comes. Okay, so there I've just applied it really sloppily. It's not perfect. And then I'm just going to take my Blenderful sponge, and I'm just going to dab it all around everywhere. And I have found that when you use the sponge, if you don't put the product in it, then basically when you're dabbing it, it will kind of press the product into the skin, smooth out the pores and that sort of thing. Normally I just like to use a brush, and I just fluff and go and make it easy and simple. But I have been using the Blenderful just to see what it'll do. And the thing that I found was that it just smooths out the application even more so than your brush, because it is wax based, and so you kind of have to watch how you're applying it so it doesn't settle. And it's, you know, it's not super perfect. I just think I love the coverage. The coverage has been awesome for me. And the more you dab on with the sponge, the less cakey it looks. You can get just a nice smooth look without it looking like you've got a ton of foundation on, but yet you still have a full covered face, which is what I like. Well, I never really used to like putting a ton of foundation on, but I can tolerate this. And I think that I'm a little white, so I'm going to go back in. I probably put too much of my light color on. So I'm just going to go in and put some more of my yellow on, just to kind of darken that up a little bit. And again, the more that you just dab, dab, dab. And so maybe you wouldn't want to spend all this time in the mirror just dabbing your face just to make it look pressed in there. But when you have like a special occasion, you might want to do it like that. Shoot, you can take it with your fingers and just fluff and go and you're fine. But this just, it's like finishing the details. So you can kind of maybe see if you just went like this and just left it and go. But this just makes it smoother, right? Nice and smooth. So I just kind of wanted you to see the difference there. You can tell. The only thing that I did on this side was use the sponge. It even looks like it's lifted my eyes more, right? So just something to think about, okay? So I'm going to just pat this side. I won't do it as detailed. And then another little thing that I've been trying is the pressed powder, because I kind of have like a little love-hate relationship with the pressed powder. And because sometimes if you put it on too heavy, it can just look dry, and my base is already dry. So again, that will enhance some of those wrinkles if it's dry. But and then sometimes I do like to put, like, if I'm wearing a light colored eyeshadow, I will put it on my lids and then I'll put it underneath here too, because then it just kind of helps dry up any of that extra foundation that I've got underneath, so it doesn't settle in the wrinkles. Okay, and then we are just real quickly, I won't do my whole entire face today to bore you to death, because I just really wanted to share that part with the foundation. But, and then if you just do a little bit of the finishing setting powder, it kind of gives you just a nice matte look. If you can see the difference there. I am getting a new light, so then you'll be able to see my whole entire face. And then for me, I really just use this setting powder like in my T-zone, and then I like to put it on my cheeks a little bit there, because then it helps with my blush go on really nice and smooth. And this is the bronzer. We'll do just a little bit of bronzer in the lower cheek here. And then a little bit of, I love their little shimmer blush. This one is more like a peachy sparkle color. And it's blush number 3. I'll just put that on the cheek. But when I put the setting powder on first, then it really blends super easy and nice. So then it doesn't stick to my skin. Not that this blush really does that anyway, but I'm a sloppy blush putter oner, so I need all the help I can get. All right, and then, so my cheek is, pretty well ready to go. But then what I also will do is I'll go back with some of that setting powder and dab that under my eye. And you can also, and you just tap it into your, right directly into your powder there. But if I use the Blenderful with the setting powder and really press it out, it helps with creating a nice smooth finish. Very nice and smooth finish. Especially around the nose. My pores are rather large around my nose. Okay, so you can just kind of see it's nice and smooth. I mean, I put the same amount of foundation on both sides. You saw that. Okay, so just nice and smooth. All right, so there is another way to apply it. I can't wait to meet with you, and we'll do that. And then I love our setting spray. The setting spray just helps keep everything on, and I swear to you guys, it will keep your foundation on all day. It's amazing. It's amazing. So that's all that I wanted to share with you real quick. Tons of more products that I cannot wait to share with you. Just sometimes it takes up the nerve to get online and share this stuff live. So that will be coming. I cannot wait to share the serum stuff with you as well. So, but that's it. Super easy. Super easy. Nice, flawless look. Okay? Have a super day. Peace out. Bye.